What do you do and how do you respond when a few of the most fundamental things that shape you into who you are, you suddenly feel like they've been taken away? I'll attempt to not only answer that question, but I will give an explanation of why I've kind of been missing in action from the daily play-by-play grind. I title this episode "The Mic Didn't Feel Right: The Reset." And I'll start with this. There's a feeling that you never, ever will forget. Ever. If you have ever been behind the microphone or with a pen in your hand or with whatever craft you choose, and you've called a game or written a book the way it's supposed to be done, you know it and you feel it. I have often said that you have put in a good, busy workday when you are absolutely exhausted at the end of it, but you have a good feeling. Lately, except for a couple of games, I have not. That's as simple as I can put it. I have not had that feeling often. I have not had that feeling after every game that I've done. And it has been that way for on and off the last 2 years. How do I know that it's a good game that I've done? It's rhythm, it's breath, it's presence, it's control. And when is it right? The game slows down, the words come easy, the preparation shows up without forcing it. But when it's wrong, you feel every second of it. And the last couple of months, I have wasted my wife's time in helping getting my notes together when I don't use them. It would get to my preparation time, in which I would allow 2 hours for myself to get last things ready. And I would never get beyond that. And I can say the bulk of this is on me mentally, emotionally. It was just wrong. And it wasn't because I didn't care. It wasn't because I didn't want it. Hell, I had 3 games scheduled. I had planned to do a triple header. It just didn't feel right. I would lie to myself over and over and over again using different reasons of why I didn't do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I refuse to lie to myself about it, not just from yesterday, but from games before where I would have them scheduled and the links are out and I would pull them down. I didn't feel right. I had the rosters, I had the stats on paper. I was ready. I was ready to deliver a flawless play-by-play call. And it wasn't just yesterday. It's been that way for a while. On paper, I was ready. In my gut, I wasn't. It felt rushed. It truly did. It felt forced. It felt like I was trying to catch up to something instead of leading it. That's not me. That's not how I was built. That's not what dad taught me when I first got into this business and when I called my first game in 1995. Even December 7th, 1995, my first game, I had a roster, I had a dream, and I was ready to go. Here's a few truths I have been avoiding, and I've been avoiding them with silence. I haven't been consistent, not the way I know I need to be. I've tried to get back on a schedule, tried to lock in a rhythm, tried to trust my gut on games, and there have been times where I started, I had my notes, I hit the button, I went live, and somewhere along the way, I stopped it because I felt completely off. I didn't feel like me. That's the part nobody sees. That's the part nobody talks about, but it's real. I use the example of longtime Texas Rangers voice Eric Nadel, where he stepped away in 2023 for about 100 games because mentally he didn't feel right. He came back and was there when they won it all, but that right there sunk into me and it made me feel something I haven't felt in a while. I had someone tell me to just hang it up and come back in August. Meanwhile, covering women's basketball. Well, let's get this straight. I'm not hanging it up, but I am getting better organized. I am getting back to my preparation standard. And a few people, Victor included, know that when it comes to preparation, I am a madhouse. I'm a madman. Then I got sick. Then COVID happened. Then leaving North Carolina happened because I got sick, and it really, really knocked me off kilter. It really did. And to this day, it still kind of knocks me off kilter because unfortunately, I go down a rabbit hole where I would get so scared. I would get so scared that if I ran away, I wouldn't have the duty anymore. That's where it gets worse because I have a duty to a lot of people. I have a duty to the folks that have stayed with me while I figure everything out. I do have a duty to myself. As I mentioned, COVID, cancer, other health problems that happened within a spread of 3 years. It almost took me out, changed everything, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I didn't trust myself. There's the heart of it. I did not trust myself. I trusted my equipment, I trusted my preparation, but I didn't trust myself to deliver the call that I wanted to deliver. And I played around too much with how I'm going to do it, how to look when I do it. And here's another truth I've been carrying, one that's been sitting in the back of my mind longer than I want to admit. I'm scared I may never get back into a stadium or arena again to do live coverage. When you've been at this as long as I have, the fear is real and it hits deeper than I wanted to. And I still have days where I feel that more than anything else in this world. Coupled with that, a fear that I may lose my family. Coupled with that, a fear that a disease that I once defeated will come back with more vengeance. all those negative feelings, all of them have played a part in my disappearance. And it's a disappearance from myself. That's about as plain as I can put it. That's about as real as I can get with it. Even when I do organize and even when I do get everything organized and feel like I'm ready to go, something would jump into my head and I would feel like I can't do this. The mental fatigue is real, very, very real. So a lot of people, my close friends understand, but a lot of people who want to get close but then don't understand. And in many ways, they won't. I get that. I understand that. That is something I'm dealing with. I have to work through this one step at a time, one game at a time. I have to work through this the way I need to work through it. And it's a lot. There were some weights I was carrying about my late daughter, my blood family, even stuff to present day that I have been carrying, and I don't need to carry them anymore. I don't need to carry them anymore. And I'm not going to. I can't. I won't. It'll just keep stunting my growth and forcing me to start over again. It'll just keep slowing me down from the mountaintops I know I can reach in a very short amount of time. And as I'm saying this and getting all this off my chest, it's doing me a world of good. Is it bringing me toward tears? Yeah, it is. It probably will continue to bring me toward tears. And there will be days I will have to fight them off. I know I'll have to fight them off. But as long as I continue to fight them off, whether I'm on the air or not, it gives me a reason to continue. It gives me a reason to keep going. It gives me a reason to keep streaming, to keep broadcasting, and to say what I need to say. It gives me a reason to continue to do this project, the diary. You know what the best part is? Discovering and feeling all of this. I have a game scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight, and I have a rule that I'm not going to disobey anymore. One game per day. If I have to do 7 games in a week, it'll be one per day. I'm working through it slowly, one day at a time, one moment at a time, one step at a time. This whole thing is a process. It's a process, and it's a process I have to see all the way to its finish. I've been living on a scorecard of fear in my own life, in my own marriage. And it ain't because that my marriage to Jody is not strong. It is. It's me. It's my confidence that gets shaken too much, shaken to the core. I can't and I won't live like that anymore because it bleeds into everything: my business, my calls, my preparation, my mindset. And when your mind isn't right, nothing else is. So this is where it changes. This moment, right here, right now. I'm done rushing. I'm done forcing. I'm done chasing a pace that isn't mine. Going back to my standard, the one I built in 1995, actually, the one that was built for me in 1985 when I first heard the voice of Jim Durham, the man who put the dream in my head. One game per day. It gets the full preparation, no shortcuts, no compromises, no fear. It goes preparation to pregame, game call, and then postgame. What I'm also going to add in is times where I get out of this chair and stretch and continue to stretch. This ain't about proving anything to anyone else. This is about proving it to me and getting back to me. I know what it feels like when it's right, and I'm not settling for anything less than that ever again, on the mic or off it. This isn't fear. This is something I haven't had in a long time. Discipline. I have not lived on discipline in a long time. This is healing. This is rebuilding. That's why I created Diary of a Mad Snowman. And thank you, Dr. Charles Faulkner, for the title. And thank you to all who have supported me. And I'm still going to keep my promise to put some episodes on Patreon. And I'm still going to keep a promise and a suggestion of a friend of mine to turn this into a book. It will. It will. That part will start this summer. But I'm not going to live in fear anymore. Not in my life, not in my marriage, not behind the microphone. Because if I live in fear, I lose all of those things. I don't chase games. I call the right game the right way. At this time, I'm doing it as myself. Again. And I couldn't be a happier man getting all this out of me, getting all this done. And I'll add this point. I've been chasing money. I've been chasing money because I've been disabled. I have a couple of interviews coming up. One of them will come through. And because I've been trying to earn money so badly and trying to get donations so badly so I can help my family, it has knocked me off my feet. It has. This is me reclaiming me. This is me reclaiming who I am, what I am, why I'm doing it, why I'm here, why God chose to give me a second chance when stage 4 pancreatic cancer, the toe amputations, the kidney failure should have taken me out. And I was too darn lazy, and I'll admit this aloud, to do the maintenance and do the work to maintain everything. You know what steps I added today? I got away from this office for a good 90 minutes. I woke up feeling good. I stretched. I am working on getting myself 8 hours of sleep every night. One game per day. One. That's it, and that's all. If it takes me longer to grow doing my simulcasts, so be it. So be it. But I know I'm going to grow. I know my confidence has returned. And every day I stick to the disciplinary action of one game per day, and it gets the full prep, then everything is going to be more than all right. It's going to be a whole lot better. As Clark Goodlow just said, I'm moving with much more intention. I'm not chasing anymore. I'm not chasing sponsors anymore. I have people who have subscribed and promise they will subscribe and tune in. Then I give you all the same challenge that my wife gave to me and that the playmaker Darnell Sollins gave to me. Prove it. All right. Since I'm being told to prove it, and rightfully so, and rightfully so. Then I give the people who have supported me through all of this and the ones who said they were going to support me through all of this, I give you the same challenge. Prove it. Game on. See you tonight.